What is up, YouTube? Back at it again with a new video. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Also, leave me a comment below letting me know how long you've been going no contact if you have. So today, I want to talk about a narcissist and being married to a narcissist. Growing up, like I've told y'all before, I grew up around a lot of narcissists. I grew up predominantly around narcissists. And I'm going to be honest, every narcissist that I grew up around were married. And that goes for women and men. So, I know a lot of times when y'all are watching these videos, y'all are watching it because you may be experiencing your narc running off, getting married to some random person or a person they've been trying to deal with on the side. And you're just trying to figure out how to, handle that situation or how to feel about that situation, or really just trying to understand, because it can be very confusing for you to understand. And a lot. I'm gonna come where you're at, and then I'm gonna give you this knowledge, okay? Because a lot of times when we see them run out getting married, or we see them run out and having kids, or we see them running out doing everything we wanted with the other person, that is something wrong with us and that we are inadequate, so they had to go get someone else. Or maybe you're saying that, oh, the new supply is better in bed, or the new supply may be a better fit for the narc. Or, you just may feel like you're not worth anything. You may feel like you aren't valuable enough to be married to a narcissist. And, I'm going to be honest with you. You're actually too valuable to be with a narcissist, because a narcissist, if we look at a narcissist versus a normal person as far as survival, all of it, survival, just you as a human, like, narcissists are dysfunctional emotionally. Okay, normal people are not. So just that within itself, it's not only they're dysfunctional emotionally, they're so dysfunctional emotionally that they keep chaos going in their lives, which in turn cause stress for themselves and people around them. They cannot help but to constantly have a bunch of BS going on that is strictly linked to them. They can't help it. They have to have stuff going on all the time. And even when they don't have something going on, whoever is closest to them, and this even goes for children, they are going to negatively affect those people. And the people are going to experience pain, because narcissists love to navigate in torture and things like that when it comes to them, having an issue with you, or when it comes, because listen, a lot of people think, like, especially when you're looking at the new supply, you're thinking, oh, they got with this person, it seems like this person and them, their temperament is better than our temperament in our relationship. And you're basing it off of, a lot of times, I'm gonna be honest, if you're empathetic, you really try to work with the narc. Like, you didn't want to try to hurt the narc. You didn't want to tell the narc how slow they are. You didn't want to tell the narc how they come off very immature, childlike, underdeveloped emotionally. Like, you don't tell them that stuff, but a lot of that stuff we notice. And it, at some point in the relationship, after they keep playing with you, they go gaslighting you, manipulating you, lying, doing stuff to inflict negative responses, doing stuff to cause and increase insecurities within you. You're experiencing all that from this person. And honestly, you be experiencing this before a person even asks to be engaged, if you guys do go, try to take it that far. But a narcissist is not dealing with you to love you. They have a need where they need constant validation and admiration. That's why a lot of times when you guys start seeing them for who they are, which is not who they want you to treat them as, you start being normal and yearning for reciprocity. And unfortunately with the narc, you're not going to have reciprocity with them. They're selfish people. They're so selfish, they don't even really you're more likely to be neglected and have mental issues being the child of a narc versus not. Because you have this person that can torture you, manipulate you, and gaslight you, and they do all these things that are wrong against you, but they make it a world where you can't react to them. They make it a world where you can't say anything. And I think that there is a period that people go through where they don't want to say stuff back to the narc when they're arguing and stuff, but it gets to a point when you keep, keep picking at somebody, keep constantly coming at this person, you keep bringing negativity, you keep trying to put them in weird situations, that they're gonna start giving it back to you, and that's completely normal. You know what I'm saying? Now, us as people, we are more valuable than a narcissist, so when you are giving it back to them, you are giving a negative exchange, but it is, I understand your position and why you do it, because I've did it. But that's why we got to get away from people like that, because that's a waste of our time. They don't have a life. Their whole life is them searching for stuff that's like stupid. Like the way that they live their life is just as productive as you collecting grass every day. Like, they cannot handle day to day. They have to get admiration about something that they're not. Their life sucks. They can't even lock in with themselves and be like, okay, I have a goal. I want to do this, this, and this. They are emotionally dysfunctional. You got to have your mental together before you try to really, like, you know, be successful and do successful things and have goals that actually have the strength and the emotional discipline as an individual to be able to actually complete things. You know what I'm saying? They lack that a lot. And, you know, a lot of us, when you see them go get married and they put on this show online and they found a flunky that's, you know, enough of a flunky that will put on this show and contribute to it, you know, a narc loves that. But I will tell you this, if you married a narc, you're not married to someone that loves you, and you're going to get cheated on. And I think it's they cheat on everybody, but when you're married to them, you can't go nowhere. And if you're someone that married a narc, the narc has already showed you that they are not a good person. You're staying for whatever issues that you have, whatever. I know they do a lot of gaslighting and stuff, so I know it can, like, kind of put you in a familiarity type of situation where if you've had trauma when you were younger, they kind of bring it back up, and it's like almost like you feel a closeness to them even though they're abusing you. But they're not gonna respect you. Getting married to a narc is not a good idea. Okay? And I know sometimes when you see them go off and do that and do all that, it's really sad because they're not going to be faithful, you know? And it's kind of like, it's like funny, but it's sad. It's funny because I know that narcs are not faithful, and I know that they aren't good people. So in my case, you know, I had a toxic new supply. We're going to call her Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, you know, was really toxic with the situation and really did the most. And, you know, she just was like on her extreme pick-me stuff. Like, she was like going crazy. Mind you, the narc that I was dating, literally a nobody, a bum. I never even posted him on my social media. You know, I just didn't feel confident about him. He just, you know, I digress. Anyway, but yeah, so she got with him and she just been putting him on everything and lying. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the narc. And she just lying. She just being a flunky and lying for him. And what I do know is she will never get a payout from that. Like, all that hard work she's doing, that person don't even have the capacity to even reciprocate it back to her. And if they do, they doing it to hurt maybe me or maybe a other supply at this point, because I have no dealings with them. But it's not because they love the new supply. It's mainly just because they found someone desperate enough to allow them to use these different type of serious vices to create narratives and do it for their benefit. You know, the narc that I dated has no car. He has nothing going for himself, really. You know, and he's not very intelligent either. Like, he's not smart on his feet like that. So, I mean, he's just an all-around loser. Like, I would have never wanted my family to know that I was dating him. Like, I never brought him around my family. I never mentioned him. It was something serious. I mean, it was a relationship I was in for a while, and I was around him a lot, but it just was not, I was kind of embarrassed to be dealing with him in a way. So, you know, when it comes to that person, you know, the next girl that he dated, which she's so unattractive, she honestly makes the ugly narc that I was dating, she makes him look kind of like a woman, like a cute stud, maybe like a cute stud, maybe. I'm not sure, because he's kind of ugly still, but beside her, she really makes him look like a lesbian. She does not look like a woman, really. She really just looks like a short Dennis Rodman. And, I could tell that the narc is not taking care of her. I can tell that the narc is not reciprocating because she looks really depleted. I think that you can tell when you're a pick-me, you don't really think stuff through. You just do a bunch of stuff, trying to do a bunch of stuff. And I think there's a lot of women in the world just doing stupid stuff, and they thought it was funny and cool at the time. But when time goes by and they realize it's actually not, like, I'm actually in a situation where I'm with someone that's going to torture me, I'm with someone that doesn't value me or respect me, but they want to use me. And they really only get excited for me when I'm being used to hurt someone else. You know what I'm saying? So you're not even really getting the full relationship experience being married to a narc. That's not a marriage. And not only is that not a marriage, I know in some marriages, maybe you can get with someone and then you guys can fall out. Maybe you guys don't have the same, maybe you grow apart. That's one thing, but a narc doesn't grow apart with you. They are your enemy the whole time. They don't like you. And they're going to show you how they don't like you. And they're also going to show you how they don't like your children if you choose to have children with them. They will be torturing your kids. They will be triangulating your kids. They will act like, I've seen where narcs would literally be cheating on their spouse forever. And then they'll be cheating. And then the other, the empath will eventually go cheat on them. And then they will try to act like the empath's activity is affecting the child, even though the narc has been doing that and has been doing it with multiple people and has been caught and everything. When the other person does it, now the narc will create situations, even if it's at the expense of your child. Like, they're going to disrespect your child completely just to try to make a point that your child's behavior is becoming bad due to the other parent. Dude, I've seen that happen so much. But that's just an example. And that's a form of torture. You know what I'm saying? So before you want to feel some type of way or like beat yourself up, understand you have another option than to try to make everything about you and try to turn yourself up about seeing them getting married or anything. Anything regarding a narc is not good. Okay? And you're not happy in it. And I think that a lot of times we don't consciously think about happiness, but when you wake up unhappy, you don't want to be here. If you wake up unhappy every single day, and it's not even just you're waking up unhappy, you are unhappy spiritually. I mean, it's a different type of feeling. And that's why I feel like they are so easily able to do the demonic stuff they do, because they walk around like a dark cloud all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for them to snap back. It's easy for them to get in that mode. That's why when you see them wanting to do something to hurt you, they put their all into it. You look at their life and things that they could have done to be more successful or to do things that would really benefit them in a smart way. They will bypass that. Let them find something where you didn't upset or hit or hurt their ego, or you gave them a narcissistic injury. They're going to put every ounce, the little 2 brain cells that they have left, they're going to take them things and smack them together like PB&J and try to literally destroy your life with them. Okay? They won't put it into themselves, but they will put it into trying to completely demolish you as an individual and completely disrespect, violate, just completely disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to watch them. Okay? And not even that, you stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get married to them, I mean, you gonna have a lot of apologizing to do to yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Because this is not a joke. I know a lot of people say like, narcs will, not be good spouses, and it just kind of sounds like, oh, these people could be being dramatic. No, I've lived with a narc. I know a lot of narcs. I mean, I even know narcs that are in their 50s right now. They treat their partners like garbage. They have a very unhealthy relationship. It ruins the kids' relationships with the parent. It's always drama going. It's almost like the person just has to cause drama and the people just got to let them do it because it's a cycle thing. And if you try to jump into them while they're acting crazy and going off and blaming everything on you, it will intensify it to the pits of hell. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be a good experience regardless of whatever has happened with you and the narc. The narc already has baggage. They already have shame. They already have embarrassment. They already have stuff. They already have enough chaos within their system Even if they completely remove the chaos that's going to come to them for doing you dirty and things that they've done to you, and how you are now taunting and pretty much tormenting them because you went no contact, and they can't go back and forth with you and try to hurt you while you're already trying to heal from the situation. The narc will literally, even without you included, has already set inside their system so many chaotic things, so many chaotic ways of living, and also so many chaotic and malicious intentions for other people, and so much hatred for other people because they hate themselves. So regardless of what happens with you, if you do go back and forth with the narc, the new supply is going to get it regardless, because this is a dysfunctional person, and it's going to be really shocking to them, because I think they genuinely think they won, because they feel like this. They feel like they're being bullied, or they may feel like you're bullying the narc, or you've treated the narc bad, and so now they ran to them. They feel like a hero. But it's like they're a hero, and it's in a dark room,